Colorado. Before I start, I want to say thank you for subscribing. I try, guys, to remember your names, but that was not possible. But I do appreciate whoever subscribes to this channel. I know there is very few subscribers right now on that channel. And I was thinking, because it's hard to be aware, it's hard to put the job, it's way more easy to follow the channels that are a little bit less intellectual, I guess. So whoever is here, I just want to say thank you, guys. I consider you are extraordinary beings, intellectual beings that want to grow and learn more. And I suppose this is why are you watching my channel. So you're just 180 or 187 or so. Thank you for each of you for following me, liking me, commenting and watching my videos. Really, thank you so much. Okay, today I decided to create this video for court interpreter exam. And as you see over here, I have this book called Court Interpreter Orientation. And as you see, the sigla here, it shows Colorado, and it says Colorado Court. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna talk a little bit. Let me tell you what you're gonna see in this video. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the orientation that you can get in the court downtown in Broadway, Colorado, for the court interpreter exam. I'm gonna share my opinion, my experience, what I think about the class that they offered, and then I am going to explain to you why it's so hard to pass the court interpreter exam. I know you guys gonna be really surprised, really shocked of the information that you're gonna receive right now, because nobody talk about it. Okay, so first of all, I want to start with the fact that I take the court interpreter orientation at the Office of Language Access that is located in 1300 Broadway, Suite 1200, Denver, Colorado 80203. And basically that was a training. As you could see, this is the program of the training itself that cost $250. One-day training that they say will give you guidelines for the court interpreter test. Well, let me tell you guys, they print a book of the slide shows that they present there. And the first part, they invest a lot of time talking about difference between legal and medical interpreting. I don't understand why you want to talk so much about medical when I'm here to get information about the court interpreter. As I already have a medical certification, I find the first half of the day basically wasting of time. The second part, after that, they talk about best practices. I have a list here. It's called accuracy. It's like 10 rules to follow for best practice and protocols. Accuracy, completenesses, qualifications, impartiality, conflict of interest, professional demeanor, confidentiality, public comment, scope of practice, ability to deliver their report ethical violations, professional development. Very, very general. Honestly, if you have done CCHI or BTG, I find this class really, really funny. And then there was a definition of Supreme Court of Colorado, 3 pages, which we didn't pass in the class. We talk a lot about credentials and how court interpreter can be credentialed. You could see the slideshows here. You could see them the same on the website. And basically it was general talk that is gonna be in English language. And in the end, we had a sample questions. Okay, that is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say about 10 sample questions. which were quite simple, and they sound quite of logical questions that are related to court interpreter test. Person who feels persecuted in his own country can apply for political ascendance, asylum, appraisal. This is the first part of sentence competition. They said that the test will be sentence competition whatsoever, synonymous in context. It was done in pursuant with, in accordance with. And then scaffold mean the synonym, it's platform. Habits, exaggerate pride. So the antonyms, excessive should be restricted. Idioms, make a pit stop, go to the bathroom, and the other one, I all wash it up completely over. That was our samples. This, in the end, we have a vocabulary, seems printed from, I could show it to you, but it says English legal glossary. And it's about, I don't know, 10 pages of glossary, 30 pages, 20 pages. Things that are not related to interpreting, they're more like a medical terms and stuff that honestly there is no way you can know them all. You know, probably some of them. I find out myself that I know about 85% of whatever it was in this glossary, most of it. They give it to us in English and then in Italian. And then after this one day, which I find completely wasting of time, the next day we went to do the test, and guess what? The test had nothing to do with that training. I was like, seriously? The training cost $250. So guys, if you're in Colorado and whatever training you see that is related to court interpreter orientation, don't do it. It's wasting of money and it's wasting of time. So I would not recommend this test. Not only was terribly organized, but it was totally waste of time. You waste one day of listening how difficult is court interpreting test, why it's so hard that the only 1% pass the test and blah blah blah, but zero information about the test itself, about books or recommendations or anything like that, which is very, very bizarre. It seems like there is some kind of how to say, inner competition, or probably the people that do those kind of tests that are in this organization are not willing to make people pass the test. That's why the information is so secret for some reason. So I went to the test, and the first time I failed with 75% of correct answers. As you know, you have to have at least 85%, which in 130 questions, it means about 110 or 12 questions, something like that. 109 precisely, I believe, in order to pass the test. But that was about this class, guys. I don't recommend it. After that, they offer me a second chance to try it, to pay the test separately. The second time it costed $50, and I decided to give it a try. I study a little bit, some terminology that I find online, and I read a lot of books like this one. I read about 10 books about idioms and slangs. I have them all. Synonymous, antonyms, there are a lot of them with the exercise. And I have 2 more, but they are holding my Instagram live, so I cannot show you. So basically, I had all this book about synonymous, antonyms, idioms, plus this so-called training, plus some websites that I find online that they all talk about court interpreting and blah and blah and blah. Not only, but let me tell you that I follow all the videos. Okay, so the second time I study on these books, wonderful. I did not pass the test. Even though, honestly, I'm a person that have 3 masters, I have vast culture. There's some terminology come from Latin that should have helped me. There was some kind of a, how to say, uh, I don't think I'm stupid, honestly. I don't think I have a memory issues or anything like that, but I didn't pass the test for the second time, okay? I also went online and I follow up. So after the second time, I decided this test, it was completely wasting of time, having in mind that the information that is out there for the test has nothing to do with the job of a legal interpreter. And I will tell you why. Because I already work as a legal interpreter, not in person, but over the phone. So you understand, guys, that the challenge to work as an interpreter, a court interpreter over the phone is even higher. It's even higher. Why? Because you get swear and so on, but it's more challenging. You cannot see the person, you cannot see the body language, and so and so. So this is about my studying, my experience, and why, and the fact that I have not passed the court interpreter test. Now I'm gonna create a video number 2 that I'm gonna call why I can't pass my court interpreter test. And I'm gonna talk singly, specifically, part by part about what is the test. No, I cannot comment exactly how is it because it's forbidden, but I'm gonna give you an orientation about the test so you understand that all these books and information that you receive for court interpreting tests and trainings are complete wasting of time. 100% wasting of time. Stay tuned, wait for the next video number 2, why I can't pass the test. I hope this guide can be useful for you. I personally tried to attempt the test 3 times, but click on the next video to understand why can't you pass that test. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.